I hope that somebody will call us and give us any information about anything.
The town of Congers, upstate New York, 7:00 a.m. The school bus stops on Sampsonville Road. Children board one after another, but one of them didn't show up. Joey Martin, 15 years old, a rising star in track and field. He rode this bus every morning, but that day he didn't come. Joey Martin disappeared. Hours pass. The family waits for any call, any information. No one knows where Joey is, and no one has any answers. The last person to see him was his older brother, Bill. According to Bill, their last conversation was at 10:30 p.m. Joey told him he was going to meet his two friends, Daniel and Alex. They were planning to watch a comet crossing the sky that night. The next morning, Bill noticed that Joey hadn't slept in his bed. He expected to see him on the bus with his friends. Alex boarded first. Bill asked him about Joey. He didn't come last night. Danny and I waited for him for over an hour. We drank some beer and went back. Afternoon. Kathleen, Joey's mother, realizes that her son didn't go to school. She started making calls. Parents, neighbors, Joey's friends. No one had seen him. She called the state police. Detective Daniel Benin took over the case. At first, the hypothesis was simple. A teenage boy ran away from home when questioning the parents. It turned out that Joey had snuck out before. That's why it wasn't taken seriously at first. But as the hours passed, everyone began to realize that this time was different. The first person questioned was Bill, then Joey's two close friends, Alex Parsky and Daniel Malik. The three had been friends since childhood, always together. They had a wooden shelter in the woods. Daniel and Alex told the same story. We were supposed to meet at Schwab Road. We waited for him until 11 o'clock. He didn't come. So we went alone to the shelter. Witnesses confirmed seeing them on the road that night. Investigators began the search. The area between the Martin House and Schwab Road, half a mile surrounded by forests. All the trails were combed through. Detective Benin knew that Joey left late. He assumed that maybe he took a shortcut through the woods or tried to hitch a ride. During the search, broken glass from a car headlight was found. Sampsonville Road wasn't lit. The possibility that a car hit him remained. On the glass, hair fibers were found. They were sent to the lab. Result: the hair was from a raccoon, not human. Dead end. The search radius was expanded. Joey's family, his friends, and the fire department participated in the search. No results. No trace of Joey. Detective Benin began digging deeper into the family's history. Joey's father died 7 years earlier in a work accident. After that, Kathleen married Lance, a family friend. Joey was the most opposed to Lance. The night of Joey's disappearance, Lance wasn't home. He became the prime suspect. When questioned, he appeared nervous and defensive. He said he was in Manhattan for work. I travel every Monday and return Thursday. But he came back on Tuesday that time. The distance between Congers and Manhattan is 2 hours. Theoretically, he could have made the trip several times in one night. Lance didn't have strong evidence, just receipts from Walmart, Tuesday morning at 9:05. Then new evidence appeared. Lance made a phone call from his apartment in New York between 10:30 and 11 p.m., the same time Joey disappeared. It's impossible for him to be in both places. Lance is innocent. Investigators widened the circle of suspects. They reviewed databases of people with criminal records. They found someone living nearby with a suspicious past. But no evidence linking him to Joey. After 11 days, Detective Benin returned to the wooden shelter. Several beer bottles were found. The question, how did minors get alcohol? The investigation led to Casey, an 18-year-old neighbor, known for a bad reputation. Joey and his friends were getting beer from him. But when they tried to question him, they discovered he had disappeared. It turned out that Casey stole a pickup truck and left town. Two scenarios: either Joey left with him voluntarily or was taken by force. Kathleen rejected the first hypothesis. Joey left his favorite jacket. He left his wallet with more than $30 in it. He would never leave it. Days later, a witness reported seeing the truck. "I saw a blond boy inside it. Patrols were dispatched. Local police stopped the truck and arrested Casey. But Joey wasn't with him." Casey denied that Joey had ridden with him. "The truck was forensically examined. The DNA doesn't match." Another dead end. 6 weeks passed. The case stalled. The investigation was expanded to students from other schools. Joey was an athlete, participated in many competitions. A witness claimed he heard teenagers bragging at a party. "We took revenge on Joey Martin. The reason Joey sold them low-quality substances." The witness provided details. "They took Joey to the woods, tied him to a tree, shot him in both knees. The woods were combed through, but nothing." The testimony was completely false. Months passed. Lance and Kathleen turned to the media. Kathleen in front of the cameras. "We don't know where Joey is. If anyone knows anything, please contact us." Joey's picture spread everywhere. Calls poured in, but most weren't helpful. March 1997, a full year since Joey's disappearance. The family organized a memorial vigil. 60 to 70 people attended, among them Alex Parsky and Daniel Malik, their faces sad, their eyes teary. August 1997. An ordinary morning in Congers. George Allison, 62 years old, leaves his house. An armed young man confronts him, demands the car keys. George tries to resist. 2 shots. George falls. The young man takes the car and disappears. 2 days of searching. A police officer spotted the stolen car. It was stopped. The driver, a young man with a gun in his possession. Examination of the weapon matched the caliber of the bullets. The killer confessed, "I needed the car. I don't know why I fired." The killer's identity was shocking. Daniel Malik, 17 years old, Joey Martin's friend. The question was inevitable. If Daniel was capable of killing an elderly man in cold blood, what about Joey? They re-questioned Daniel about Joey's case. But he didn't budge. Same story, same narrative. Intensive interrogation for hours. But no confession. Investigators decided there wasn't enough evidence. The case receded once again. But in town, rumors spread. Daniel Malik killed Joey. Even Joey's mother was asked in front of cameras. "I don't think so. But maybe he knows something." Daniel was sentenced to 20 years to life in George Allison's case. Years passed. The case became cold. Kathleen refused to declare Joey legally dead. "That's giving up, and I won't give up." Joey's picture was digitally updated several times. Every new detective promised the family, "I'll do everything I can." But the promises evaporated, and the truth remains buried. A young detective named Peter Segliano takes over the cold case box. He opens it, flips through the files. He stops at Joey Martin, 1,996 inches. Segliano decided to reopen the case. He visited the site of disappearance, walked the same path, reached the wooden shelter. After 11 years, it was still standing. Segliano returned to the office. He began reading the old statements carefully. Bill's statement, Alex's statement, Daniel's statement. He stopped at a sentence in Alex's statement. "I returned home and slept immediately." The word immediately. Why does someone say "I slept immediately"? As if he's trying to convince us. Then in Daniel's statement, "We all walked home. All but there were only 2 of them." At that moment, Segliano realized, these are slips of the tongue. Maybe there were 3 of them that night. Maybe Joey came with them. Segliano decided to move. Daniel is in prison, but Alex is free. He tracked him down, found him in Brooklyn. "We need to talk to you." Interrogation room. Segliano placed Joey's picture in front of Alex. He watched him carefully. Alex looked at the picture. His eyes widened. His face turned red. 15 seconds of silence. Then he asked in a low voice, Are they still looking for him? Segliano looked into his eyes. No, Alex. Joey is dead. Alex's face turned completely red. His hands trembled. But he stuck to the same story. I don't know anything. Segliano suggested a lie detector test. If you're telling the truth, this will end everything. Alex agreed. The result, he failed the test. All the questions about Joey showed clear lies. The interrogation continued for hours. Every time, Alex was on the verge of breaking down. But he asks to go to the bathroom. Segliano changed his approach. He started talking about the family. Think about Joey's mother. 11 years and she doesn't know where her son is. Think about his brother Bill. Alex started crying. Segliano put his hand on his shoulder. Alex, you need to let this out. 11 years and you've been living with this. 13 hours of interrogation. Then suddenly Alex said, "What if I can't bring the body?" Segliano froze. What did you say? Alex realized what he said, tried to take it back. But the words came out. What happened? Alex evades. A piece of metal hit him. A steel pipe. Who hit him? Long silence. Then he broke down. Daniel hit him on his head. Once and twice and 3 times. And you, where were you? I was there. Daniel gave me the pipe. And I also hit him. The truth finally came out. After 11 years, Segliano convinced Alex to return to the location. Show me where this happened. Police car on Sampsonville Road. Alex narrates the story. Joey arrived around 11 o'clock. He was in a good mood, didn't suspect anything. But Daniel and I had been planning for 2 days. We got to the shelter, drank beer. Everything's normal. Then Daniel asked Joey for another bottle. Joey bent down to pick it up. And at that moment, Daniel hit him. They entered the woods. Alex guided them to the location. Everything happened here. We wrapped him in a blanket, put him in a cart, and buried him under a big rock. Alex tried to remember the place. There was a big rock. He stopped, looked to the left. There, I think it's that one. They lifted the rock, an old dirty blanket, but no remains. Where's the body? I took it. When? 6 years ago in 2002 inches, I came from Brooklyn in a taxi. I dug up the grave. I took out what was left of Joey. I put everything in garbage bags. On the way to Brooklyn, I was throwing a piece everywhere. A garbage bin here, a garbage bin there. I thought I'd destroyed all the evidence. Evidence experts examined the location carefully. They found fragments of teeth and small bone remains. DNA testing was done. Result complete match. These remains belonged to Joey Martin. Kathleen received the call. Investigators came to the house. We found Joey. Kathleen froze. No tears, no screaming, just silence. Then she collapsed. 11 years of waiting, 11 years of hope. Shattered in a moment. Who? Alex Parsky and Daniel Malik. No impossible. They're his friends. They were here in this house all these years. They were searching with us, crying with us. The betrayal deeper than the crime itself, Alex confessed fully. But the law in New York is clear. One witness's confession is not enough to convict another. They need additional evidence against Daniel. Segliano searched for Daniel's cellmates in prison. He found an inmate who shared Daniel's cell. Daniel bragged about what he did. He told me in detail how he killed Joey. He was laughing while telling the story. The inmate agreed to testify. Alex Parsky, charged first-degree manslaughter, sentenced 3 to 10 years. He was under 16 at the time of the crime. Daniel Malik, charged second-degree murder, sentenced 15 years to life. The sentence begins after his first sentence ends. The question everyone asked, why? The answer was shocking. Joey stole Alex's stash of illegal substances. That's all. No jealousy, no real conflict, just revenge over something trivial. For this, they planned for 2 days, waited for their friend, and killed him. Lance announced in court, "I will attend every parole hearing for Daniel Malik. Every hearing until the last day of my life. I will never allow him to walk free." March 1996. A rare comet crossed the night sky. 3 friends wanted to see it together, but one of them never saw it. Joey Martin, betrayed by the closest people to him. 11 years it took for the truth to emerge. 11 years of torment, but in the end, justice arrived. Late, but it arrived. This was the story of Joey Martin. Every life carries a story. Some end in pain, some in silence. This was one of them, but many more remain. Stay with us until the next story.